The number one reason CrossFit and Hyrox athletes refuse to address their chronic low back pain has absolutely nothing to do with just being tough. It's because they're terrified of losing their engine. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You wake up, your L5S1 area is screaming, but you still show up to the box. You look at the whiteboard, see heavy deadlifts or wall balls, and your heart sinks. But the alternative is going to a traditional doctor who's going to look at your chart, shake their head, and tell you to take 6 weeks off and stop lifting heavy. As a competitor, that sounds like a death sentence. You picture yourself sitting on the sidelines, doing clamshells with a yellow theraband, getting soft, losing your cardio capacity, and watching your friends hitting all their PRs. You're terrified of losing your identity as an athlete and just becoming like a participant. So you ignore the pain, you pop an Advil, and you just start trying to survive every single WOD that you have going on. But as a physical therapist and a performance PT, I need to tell you a hard truth that I've learned about traditional healthcare. Resting a joint does not fix a mechanical energy leak. Think about it like a car with a terrible wheel alignment, because the alignment is off. The tires are wearing down unevenly and the steering wheel is shaking. If you take that car and you park it in the garage for 6 weeks, does the alignment magically fix itself? Well, the answer is no. Like when you take it back out of the highway 6 weeks later, the alignment is still broken. But now the battery is dead too. This is exactly what happens when you just rest your back. If like your lower back is blowing out during squats or kettlebell swings, or at least it feels that way, it's rarely because your back is inherently weak. Your lower back is just the victim. It's doing the pulling because your foundation is broken. Your ankles are locked up, or your hip hinge is just terrible. Let's go ahead and look at the mechanics. If you lack basic ankle mobility, meaning your knee physically cannot track forward over your toe, what happens when you hit the bottom of a heavy thruster or back squat? Your body still has to get low. You still have to get to the bottom of the squat, but since your ankles don't dorsiflex and they won't bend in the right direction, your torso is forced to dump forward, and that has to happen because it keeps you from falling backwards. The second your chest drops, 100% of that force of the barbell transfers directly to your low back. It starts to act as the emergency brake for all of the stiffness in your ankles. If you sit on the couch for 6 weeks, those ankles don't just magically unlock themselves. All that happens is your overall tissue capacity drops. Your engine shuts down, and the second you touch a barbell again, your back just starts to hurt again. You didn't heal, you just literally allowed yourself to get weaker. So here's the difference between traditional healthcare and then performance rehab. I do not want you to sit on the couch. My job as a performance PT isn't to stop you from training. My job is to keep your heart rate at 170 beats per minute while we're systematically fixing your foundation. We don't want rest. We pivot. If your low back can't handle a barbell back squat right now, we don't stop training legs. We hammer heavy sled pushes. We crush the assault bike. We load up heavy on things like Bulgarian split squats. We do strict style gymnastics movements. We keep your engine burning white hot. We keep building your muscle mass, and we completely remove the shearing forces off of your spine. You will leave the gym drenched in sweat, like feeling like you actually got a workout in. And while we're keeping your fitness peaking, we use specific targeted, very specific clinical programming to attack the actual root cause of where all of that is coming from. We spend the time to unlock your ankles, restore your thoracic rotation, and just rebuild your hip hinge. You really don't have to choose between fixing your pain and keeping your fitness. You can and you absolutely must do both. But you cannot fix the leak until you find it. You need to know exactly which joint is forcing the lower back to do all the heavy lifting. That's exactly why I put together the free 5-minute DPT diagnostic scorecard. It's not just a generic stretching routine. It is like literally a 5-step physical test that you follow along and that you take onto the gym floor, and you find the exact mechanical leak before you start your next workout. So you got to stop guessing why you're hurting, and you need to stop training in fear. If you just comment on this video, comment the word audit, and my system will instantly DM you the free diagnostic scorecard. All you have to do is download it, go to the gym floor, find your leak, and start to rebuild your armor so you can get back to all those PRs that you really want to.